All right, everyone, welcome in episode 91 of the Scarlet and Blue Show. I have beautiful yet disgusting kids that got me sick this weekend, so you'll probably hear that. We're going to fight through it just for you guys. So, episode 91. Lots to talk about here. Of course, probably one of the games of the year yesterday, which was awesome. Before we do that, though,
Free, look out now. The sideline, forget about it. This baby's over.
Oh, my goodness. One man. Goodbye. Hello, Heisman.
And most especially in 310 days in Ann Arbor, Michigan, on the football field.
Another block. One more, he's got it. Touchdown, no flag.
Samuel cuts it back. Ohio State wins.
Here's the run again. Donovan Edwards. Whoa, can they catch him? No, Donovan Edwards again. The down.
all right. So last night, before we talk about that, stocked bar, delicious vodka with a purpose, or smooth taste with a purpose. To donate a portion of every bottle sold to the Boys and Girls Club. So go get yours at stockdabar.com, stockdabar.com. Go check it out, Stocked Bar. All right, let's dive in. Great one last night, Garrison. I'm just give you the floor, man.
Well, first off, that was a classic game. It was a lot of fun to watch. A lot of emotion going, but you know, that's why I love my team. I get to see games like this. It does suck that we lost. I thought both teams were shooting themselves in the foot, especially early in the game. I think Ohio State, when they did it, it was a little bit more glaring because we had 70 penalty yards. I think 75, I believe, total. But that's too much. And Oregon had 25, I believe. You can't have that happen. Turnovers, the fumble, or the strip, actually, from Quinshawn Judkins. Great play. That's a great play by the defensive player. But I mean, dude, as a running back, you can't let someone do that to you. That's 5 points of pressure. That's how you're supposed to hold the football.
That was such a tough play to overturn that shows how great of a play it was by the defender to actually rip it out of his hands before falling to the ground.
It was an awesome play. We got a little lucky in on our first drive. It looked like Will threw a pick. I mean, it was a great ball. It was a great ball. It got to Kamarick, but the defensive player he dove for the ball and got the interception, but they didn't call it an interception. Ohio State did the smart thing, and they got on the ball, ran a play. Dan Lanning, that's on him. He should have called a timeout after those flag. But nonetheless, Ohio State scores on that drive. But yeah, man, the defense. I didn't think our D-line got pressure at times. The problem was that they didn't close the deal anytime they got close. Other than that, they barely had any pressure. Our linebackers, I'm not really upset with. Caleb Downs played excellent. Ransom played excellent. Aiden Nelson, I thought he played good enough game. Hancock, I thought he played a good game. I think the whole secondary played a good game except for one person. That was surprising to see for him. I think he gave up over 179 yards by himself. Like I don't think the rest of our secondary played bad at all. Man, by the third time he got beat, Bryce, at halftime, we were I was in the best damn media space at halftime, and we all were saying the same thing. It's time to put Jermaine Matthews in the game. Excuse me. It's time to put him in the game. A lot of us already feel like he's the best corner on the team. Jermaine didn't even get in the game. And I think that's the more egregious thing. That's the more egregious thing about that. I think the coaches didn't do a great job today, especially on defense. I think dude, even in the fourth quarter,
Can you see that? Here are the tackles.
Yeah,
Or the
yeah, I
defensive
can see
backs.
that. Yeah, I can see it. And they should have gone and told Burke, you're not getting benched for the rest of the year, but just take a seat for the rest of this game. They should have.
Okay, so yeah, that was shocking. I thought that if you were to say that Denzel Burke was going to get picked on and torched all night,
Dude.
that would not have been on the bet ticket slip,
No.
and that was surprising. Did you see Jermaine Matthews' tweet?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. I
What do we
liked
make
it.
of that?
He
I saw
knows it's time to. He knows it's his time to play. Like I don't make much of it, but he knows it. We all know it. It's time for him to get in the game. It's time for him to get in the game. He is the best corner on the team. Hancock is really good. Igbenogson is really good. Burke, I like to think that you are very good right now. That's to be decided. But when Jermaine Matthews plays football, when he's on the field, he makes plays. He makes plays. I saw his like last year. Went to the game where he got his first pick six. The kid makes plays. So
only 2 tackles for loss. That was an interesting stat.
That's not
too.
a lot. That's not good. No, the D line didn't play good, man. They didn't.
He gets the ball out quick.
Yeah, he doesn't know. And we both said that, and but there were times they could have gotten home when they didn't, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
So no, but credit to them. They played a really good game. I thought both teams did overall. Oregon's defense did enough. They got the fumble. Got a couple 3-and-outs. They played good enough. They did. The offense, Jordan James had a really good game. Very impressed by him. Runs very hard. And I mean, dude, everyone's been waiting to see Evan Stewart. He had an awesome game. Shout out to Evan Stewart. Torch Burke all game.
Former Aggie. Yep.
All game. Yeah, and now any Buckeye fan that wants to put this on Will Howard, you're an idiot. You're an idiot. That everyone wants to know if he's the quarterback that can lead our team to a national championship. Yes, he is. He is.
28 for 35, 326 yards, average 9.3, 2 touchdowns.
No picks.
Yeah, no picks. I mean, he was almost virtually almost the same exact stats as Dillon Gabriel.
Dude, he played a great game, dude. We should have gave the ball to Travion Moore.
So that was one of the things I'd written down.
Yeah.
What I get, and this is maybe the one downside of having 2 big backs, because I thought Trey had some big runs in the first half. And then the crazy stat that I saw was that Ohio State 12 rushes for 19 yards in the second half.
Yeah.
That to me is why Chip Kelly's here. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I hope he gets. I hope he's okay, man. That looked like a season-ending injury. That looked like an MCL.
Yeah. Looked like it popped.
That's a loss. I thought our offensive line actually held up pretty well after the fact on the pass game, but that loss hurts. That hurts. And I hope he's okay. But yeah, dude, Juggins has some success in the game, but I thought a lot of those carries could have gone. At least 4 of those carries could have gone to Travion or more. At the pace he was at, the way he was running, it looked like he could, if he wanted to, he could have probably got 150 to 200. He was on his way there.
10 carries for 87. Quinshon had 11 for 23.
Oh yeah, we passed the ball a lot more than I thought, but I mean, dude, the way are you not impressed? Are you not impressed now?
I honestly, man, let me pull the stats. Hold on. I guess I'll ask
28
you
for
about this.
35.
So here's the stat that makes you wonder. So 4 for 12 on third downs ending in the game. Before the drive that puts you ahead, so the second to last drive, you guys were 1 for 7 on third down.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Thank you. I was gonna bring that up. Thank you.
That's
not on him.
It's not all on him, no, but he plays a big part in that.
No, if he's told to play to run a specific play right here, Chip Kelly tells him to run it. Dude, and say if it's a run play, they don't get it. Then I would have to look. I mean, I gotta look at what the plays were, what was called, because
Sure.
I mean, at the end of the that's nitpicking at its finest. Because at the end of the day, the guy went 28 for 35, and he was the reason why we were in the game. He was the reason.
Yeah.
Like when we asked him to throw the ball, he was throwing dimes out there. He was getting the ball where it had to be. He was. Emeka and Jeremiah Smith had great games.
I just saw that stat though at that point in the game, and I was shocked.
But that's not on the court. That's different than him making passes, because the third down conversion isn't solely on the quarterback. There's a lot that goes into why that
of
third
course
down didn't get.
It's football, but if it's 3rd and 5 plus, which you're right, I don't know, I'd have to go through each third down. I don't have that top of mind here, but you would assume that 3 or 4 of those are passing situations, and
That's
on the QB to get the first down.
That's 3 or 4 passes out of 35 he threw.
I know, but 3 or 4 when it counts, man. It's a 1-point game.
Bro, he had 2 touchdowns. Like, what do you mean when he throws making throws if it counts? Like, what are we talking about? The guy went 20 for 35. Are you gonna nitpick Dillon Gabriel's game like that? Are you gonna do the same for him? Like, I'm just wondering.
Well, they were what? They were pretty close. I think they were 6 for 14.
He had a good game.
Pretty close.
I just don't understand why that is not a quarterback stat. Third down is not a quarterback stat that you look at all the time.
But let's assume though those are passing downs, man. Like that's the money making down. That's when you're needed the most at the quarterback position. You can put up yards on second down when Ibeka comes across the field and he's got time.
I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm not gonna be upset about that. I told you if we score 30.
That's fine. That's fine.
I told you if we score 30 in this game, I'll be happy. The problem is that we gave up more than we scored.
Like we scored 31 and gave up 32.
Yeah, but I mean, you're acting like we scored 15, 16 points, bro. We scored 31.
I know. I'm just saying, third down conversion, I think, is something to pay attention to.
It was bad.
It's a good team. Yeah,
it was bad.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying you bench Howard.
No, but that's okay. I'm simply saying that's not simply on him.
I have to look at each of the third downs. You're right. Maybe they're all third and short, and they didn't convert.
And then you have things that happen, but you can't control. Like they kick a squib kick, and he kicks it too hard, and it hits our player. Like I like it. Like when things like that happen, dude, you just chuckle. Like when that happened, I just sat there and laughed. I just like, what can you do about that? You know, like even like I posted a video about that on the last play of the game, and I'm screaming no for 3 seconds. I pause, I stop, put my hands on my hip, and I go, shake my hand, go, okay, there it is. That's a loss. I'm okay. Like I'm upset that we lost, but I'm not mad. Like I'm not. I thought I clearly saw 2 of the top 3 teams of the nation play in that game. Those two teams, like that whole post that Rich Eisen wanted to he put LOL under. I think I was crazy about the where the Ohio State and Oregon are going. It's a little too crazy now because from what I'm seeing, and I'm very curious on what you think also. It looks like Ohio State and Oregon playing a different game out there than everyone else in the Big Ten.
Got a lot of season left, my friend. Got a lot of season
No,
left.
but so far from what you've seen, there's
Oh yeah, so far
it looks like a different sport with those two than everyone else.
No, I think so far you guys. I mean, you and Texas are a team above the rest. I think this is the easiest path to a national championship, and it's great. I mean, when's the last time in week 6 we had what 2, 3 contenders? Everyone else has been pretty much eliminated. Like Georgia had issue with Mississippi State yesterday. Mississippi State's awful.
Like I'm upset. Like in a 17 games season, like it's tough to go undefeated, especially in like today's college football. But like I'm sitting here watching like Alabama and Georgia. I think we either played the best team in the nation this week or one of them. Don't get me wrong, I still think we're better than them. I think we did things that completely killed us. We lost by 1 point in Autzen at 7:30 at night, dude.
Well, 4:30 local time, but yeah,
4:30 local time, yes. But so I guess that's why I'm not that upset. I mean, but
So yeah, okay, a couple things, but I want to let you go. You're gonna get.
No, I think I've said everything I gotta say.
All right, this game meant absolutely nothing. Hear me out. This game meant absolutely nothing other than knowing what you have on the field, and I think if you're a fan of each of those teams, you're a coach player of each of those teams, you feel good. There was an outcome like that. No one loses last night except for one team that scored less points than the other team. That's the only real loss. There's no impact to the championship. Almost none, unless
like I'm very happy we lost by 1. It feels good that we lost by 1.
Unless you guys surprisingly drop another game, and then you don't get to the Big Ten championship, and maybe you get knocked. Probably not, but it doesn't impact your journey to Indianapolis. It's a 12-team playoff, so you're going to get in the playoff this year. There was absolutely nothing to be lost about this. But daggone, you still have some boneheaded fans out there to where DeVere Posey, a wide receiver that many of you Buckeye fans, I'm sure, have forgotten.
Oh my gosh!
Going back to my other point, yes, you know, 100%. I guarantee you, some people are like, oh wait, DeVere Posey, he's got a blue check mark. That name sounds familiar. Oh yeah, that's right. He played for Ohio State.
He made one of the biggest catches in Ohio State history. Stop.
He says you got to stop this rhetoric and mindset of abandoning ship in adversity. Like, seriously, Ohio State faithful, take the L on the chin and get better. The sense of perfection in today's college football isn't a death sentence. Just sit in the chair / couch and root for your home team regardless of the outcome. We are fine. The fact that he has to tweet this and all you numbnuts out there, it makes this sport so beautiful.
Hey, DeVere, say it again for the congregation in the back.
Yep.
Yes. Like, dude, I'm not upset. I think if that game's in Columbus or neutral, we win the game, dude. It's just how it went. It's just how it went, dude. We went to a hostile environment, one of the best teams in the nation, top 3, top 5 at least, depending on how the season ends, and we lost by 1.
You did. And also, Dillon Gabriel played amazing.
Yeah, do you have any nitpicky stat for him that you wanted to put on Will Howard?
I haven't watched as much Dillon Gabriel as I've watched of Howard this year, but I do think he had the deep ball going, which we talked about last week.
No, he had Denzel Burke.
We were surprised about that. Okay, say it however you want to say it. The fact is, the ball was
going.
The ball was in the air going downfield. So,
my God,
however you want to explain that,
he got dragged for 15 yards. Bro, swing him out of bounds. Stop trying to strip the football. Like that was. I'm trying not to cuss. That was embarrassing.
You guys tried to compare him to Will.
I'm like, no, okay, no, stop. No one ever did that. But no, I'm just like
others.
I was like, dude, like.
All right, Garrison, tough question time.
Crazy. Let's go.
Jim Knowles, last top 5 games at Ohio State.
Yep.
496 to Oregon yesterday. 338
Mhm.
to Michigan in 2023. 533 to Georgia in 22. 530 to Michigan in 2022. Thoughts?
You said Geno's last 5 big games
Last 5 games against top 5 opponents.
against top 5 opponents. Okay. Um, that's not stuff that bothers me because I understand
Really?
because I understand the context of the situation. So because every single one of those games are in their own way different. In this specific game, I think if he takes Burke out, that doesn't happen. I think it was that simple of a switch. I really believe it was that simple of a switch.
All right. I mean, so we can get strategic and tactical on what he should have done differently. But at the end of the day, a lot of yards against the top teams.
I mean, we're not gonna sit here and act like we didn't move the ball too. I'm
We're talking
more
about your defense.
No, I know, but I'm more concerned about Denzel Burke. I'm not concerned. The defensive line could have played better, but I did see them get pressure, and I did see them almost touch home, but they didn't. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about is Denzel Burke because I think if he's out the game and Jermaine Matthews was in there, that didn't happen.
Okay.
That was real concerning from him. I don't feel that way about anyone else on our team, or I'm sorry, anyone else in that secondary. That was concerning. Like, bro, it's 2nd and 8 or 2nd and 9. They're clearly in a passing down, and as a corner, what you never do is bite on the first move. You never do, especially when it's a second or third and long. He bites on the first move, and then boom, Evan Stewart's gone again. It's simple things like that. The fact that he would make a mistake like that at this point in his career is concerning to me. So
you're not worried about Knowles.
yeah,
Okay.
I know.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how he does against Penn State.
I know a lot of other programs that would love to have him be their signal caller right now. So I'm not worried about that.
No, yeah, sure, but you're Ohio State. You don't compare yourselves to other programs.
No, but I know
programs supposed to compare themselves to you.
My point is, he's one of the best. He's a top 5 defensive coordinator in the nation right now.
I don't know if that backs itself up.
It does.
I think you can shut out Iowa, but when it comes time to make the money, last 4 games,
he's still one of the top defensive coaches in the nation.
Why? Pardon me while I blow my nose. Why?
He currently still has a top 10 defense. Last year he had the number 2 defense. Before that, he had when he came in, we were I think in the 80 range. The first season he came in, we got guys down to the 30 range. The next after that, got to the 15 to the being number 2. He's literally rebuilt this defense. Every single season has gotten better.
All right, I just want you to hold your coordinators the same standard that you asked me to hold my coordinators to.
No. Well,
I think you gave up almost 500 yards yesterday, and I think at some point you have to be like, and if you want to blame it on Denzel Burke, okay, fine, I guess.
Okay, is that not a concern for Oregon too then?
Absolutely, yeah, but we're not talking about. We're talking about Ohio State, your team.
Wait.
I have not been for or against Oregon in any way, shape, or form. If anything, I've been down on them.
I know. I think. Let me say this real quick. I think that was just high level football, and when you have high level football and you have 2 quarterbacks that are playing that great, it doesn't matter. A better football will always beat better. A better offense will always beat better defense. It always will in football. It always will. A better offense will beat the better defense more times than not. So when you sit there and you have quarterbacks that are being, when you have the quarterbacks being that accurate and being that on point and being that elite, it's gonna happen. Both quarterbacks were very elite yesterday. Both teams had success in the run game. Both teams had wide receivers doing their thing. Dude, you're gonna give up points.
Not second half. You have success in the run game. First half, you did.
No, yeah, in the first half. I said had success. That's just in general. Well, my point is that that's just high level football, bro. That's what it is. Like the Georgia Alabama game, even though I think the Oregon Ohio State game was more elite than that game. When you have high level football and you have quarterbacks that can do that and offensive weapons that can do that, you're gonna give up points even no matter how good of a defense you are. I think I heard Cover 3 was talking about this actually last night. They talked about it also. It's gonna happen. So
All right, last question I have.
yeah,
Okay, do you know who Tim Shoemaker is?
no,
Okay, he's got like 8,000 followers on Twitter, so he doesn't seem like just some egghead.
okay,
He tweeted, "It's all on Ryan Day. He's in charge of the coordinators, the players, all of it. He's paid $10 million a year and hasn't had a signature win since the Mickey Mouse 2020 season. There's nothing else to say." Now, we can talk about the bowl games, talk about the record for Michigan, but I think the one stat that's damning is 1-7 versus top 5. 1-7. Are you at all concerned?
no.
Okay. Very good.
I think that's a dumb tweet.
Okay.
You,
What
you're
about
gonna,
1-7?
you're gonna fire a top 5 coach? No, stop. That's why he's not in the position to make that decision.
Okay, fine. Forget about Tim Shoemaker's comments. 1-7.
No, because it's not just him. I've seen other people say the same thing. And no, I'm not concerned about that. I'm not concerned about that stat.
Really? Okay.
I'm not. No, it's not just Tim Shoemaker. It's anyone else that says Ryan Day's got to go. Come on, stop, and get who.
Well, in fairness, I don't think he said he's got to go. I think he just laid out some facts.
He didn't say that first. He's got to go. I could have sworn that's what you said. What you read out first.
No, he just said it's all on him. But that doesn't mean it necessarily has to go. I just saying it's on him.
Okay. Well, either way, people said that, and yeah, maybe it is on him. Again, like it sounds so wrong to say this, because I also don't want to take away from the fact that Oregon went out and won that game because they did. I just truly believe if they made the decision from the top down, and Ryan Day could have made this change, Jim Knowles could have made this change, and our DB coach could have made this change. Coach Walt pulled Denzel out of the game. I just.
All right, fine. So what about Day being 1-7 against top 5 then? Forget about all the other comments.
I don't care. Like it's because like I said, every game is its own. Like you said 1-7 against top 5 opponents.
Yep.
And
that's 8 games.
And that would be Michigan 3 times. Georgia, Alabama, no.
Yeah, Georgia, probably lost to Bama in 20.
Alabama.
And then the one win, I assume, was Clemson. So then this maybe was Penn State top 5 one of those years?
Yeah, they were.
Oh, wasn't Notre Dame? They were 6. No, you won that game.
He's never lost to Penn State.
No, I know. I think that's one of the wins, though.
Yeah, but no, the Georgia game, I understand why we lost that game. The Alabama game, we weren't gonna win that game. There's a lot of reasons why we weren't gonna win that game. Well, who else did he lose to? Clemson. You already know how I feel about that game. You guys, 2022, I think Ryan Day he shouldn't have lost that game. But yeah, no, I'm not. No.
All right, one time's an outlier, 2 times a coincidence, 3 times and more is a trend.
Okay, then wasn't Jim Harbaugh 0-5 against Ohio State?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened? So that's a trend, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened?
We're gonna go back to this, comparing the two guys
No,
again.
no, no. I'm not comparing the two guys. I'm comparing the situations.
That's what we would be doing here.
Don't look at, don't pay attention to the car I'm driving in. Pay attention to where I'm driving it. It's the fact that
That's not
yeah,
that doesn't
yeah.
make
Hold
sense
on.
there.
It's
That
no
doesn't make sense in
listen.
the
Yes,
situation.
yes, it does. Just listen for a second. That's his record right now. Has it been a trend of him losing against top 5 teams? Yes. You had to be an idiot to say no. The point is the reason I'm not worried because I think he'll make it right eventually. I have that confidence in my coach. That's a top 5 coach in college football. The same way, because you said you weren't one of the fans that wanted Jim Harbaugh gone until he was 0-5. You said that you stuck in there with him and you thought that he would right the ship eventually. That's all it is for me. That's why I'm not worried. Like, do you understand that
The
now?
ship was righted when he got there, though. The ship
No, it
was
wasn't,
right. The
Bryce.
ship
No,
was
it
in great
wasn't,
shape.
Bryce.
Oh, okay. We're not doing this
No,
again.
no,
We're not
no,
doing this
no,
again.
no, because well,
You
because
can't
don't watch. You
honestly
don't
say
watch.
that.
Every Ohio State fan feels this way, Bryce. Every Ohio State fan feels this way. The path that Ohio State was going in those last 2 years, 3 years was not where Urban had the year we won the national championship. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that. And those were not the Michigan teams that Urban played. He didn't play the ones Ryan Day played.
What was
You
Urban's
guys
record his last year?
13-1.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so you weren't 7-5, 6-6, 5-7.
I think
That's
you don't.
crazy. That's crazy.
I think what you don't understand is that in Urban's last year, we had one of the worst defenses, like a mid-tier level defense that year.
Okay, that's a simple fix of bringing in a coordinator. That's like there's so much talent recruited,
that's not Bryce. All right,
and that's what they did. It's not about.
I'm not having this conversation because you don't know as much nuance and context of the situation than I do because you don't like you're a Michigan fan, so you're not going to care that much.
I don't watch the rest of college football, do I?
But there's a lot of context and nuance into that situation, and Ryan Day did good, dude.
He did fine. He's beating bad teams.
He's not getting his arse kicked by Iowa and Purdue.
Yeah, but he's not beating the top teams. Was Urban Meyer not beating the top teams?
Wait. Did you not see Urban Meyer get blanked? Did you not see that? By Clemson, 31-0. Did you not see that?
So the one game, all right. How many you make it sound like Urban Meyer's program was like Rutgers.
No, it's not,
that's
Bryce.
crazy.
No, I'm not. Like I said, you're not going to listen to the context and nuance of the situation.
We've had this conversation 1,000 times.
We don't have this, and no Buckeye fan is going to agree with you.
What are you talking about? You just said here that Ryan Day, that there are plenty of Buckeye fans saying that Ryan Day needs to be fired. So what you just said is actually not true.
No, I said those are idiots, and those aren't.
Okay. All right. Well, to you, they're idiots.
And those aren't the masses. That's not the
There's
masses.
a lot of people.
That's not the masses, and even so, is that not the same situation that I'm sorry, not Urban,
no,
but
no.
A lot of fans didn't want Jimmy gone. You're gonna lie and say that.
Oh! I thought you were saying the same situation that Harbaugh took over.
No, I'm talking about did that lie.
Yeah, no. Of course they were.
Thank you. Okay, that's all I'm saying about the situation.
If Jim would have lost to Penn State in 2021, I would have been on the train of saying he's got to go. It was close.
Yeah, dude.
I think Ohio State fans have every right to be. I think 1-7 versus top 5 teams with a program like that, I think is something that's cause for concern. I think that's crazy. Now, can he write it this year and fix all that? Of course he can. Because guess what? You know what people don't care about anymore is Harbaugh's record against Ohio State or Harbaugh's record against ranked teams. But that fellow won us a natty.
Football nerds will, but
no, they won't. Jim Harbaugh won a national championship at Michigan. All is forgotten.
Yeah.
All is lost.
No, I'll tell you why. Because take like Woody for instance, right? Now he did win the 10-year war, but what he's also known for still is the fact that he couldn't win big games. He couldn't win Rose Bowls. Everyone still remembers that. People are not going to just simply forget.
You got a freaking facility named after him.
Who?
Woody Hayes.
Wait, what's your point?
What do people are going to forget about him?
I'm saying that people don't. I'm saying you don't forget. Like people don't forget. Bo Schembechler's failures. They haven't forgotten about that. That's all I'm saying. Even though he did win the 10-year war, they still know that he couldn't win big games or Rose Bowls in that same fashion. People are
Oh,
not going to
yeah.
forget. People won't forget
But
that.
he's
Like,
not remembered for that.
how'd you not catch that?
No, he's not because he's not remembered for that. Bo
No, but
Schembechler and Woody
people
Hayes are not
no
remembered for their losses. It's not like
no
Cooper.
but I'm saying, but they still remember them.
If Harbaugh wouldn't have righted the ship, he would have been remembered for his losses.
No,
But
right? No,
he
I'm saying
righted the ship.
people still bring up their failures. It's because it's part of their story. Like,
Oh yeah, okay. If you're
it's
doing a
part of your
documentary,
story.
yeah. But if you're gonna look back and say, was Jim Harbaugh a
I
great
said
coach? It's
football
gonna be yes.
nerds. I said people that are nerds about football will still bring that stuff up.
Okay, I don't know what you're saying.
That's what a nerd would do. Make a documentary about it.
What?
A nerd would make a documentary.
All right, you kind of did a catch-all there, but all right. All right, so you're not worried.
Somewhat.
Garrison's not worried.
No. Listen, dude. It always sucks to lose, but that wasn't. It's not a moral victory, but I'm not. It's not something to put my head down about. It's not like I got sandblasted by Texas.
Well, yeah, very different situation. If you guys would have got sandblasted yesterday,
no, we wouldn't have. But
I said if you would have.
Oh,
you had the most talented team
didn't.
that's probably ever stepped on the Ohio State field. Like
probably
you
so.
shouldn't have. You shouldn't have.
Probably,
won that game.
no, I guess we should have. I thought I came out of it thinking we were a better team.
Yeah, you guys win that game in Columbus. I think probably by 7.
How'd you feel about so in a photo you can see Will Howard's knee touching the ground, a second on the clock, and Brandon is calling a timeout at the same time. What do you think about that?
Freeze frame, you could make a compelling argument. I think in the moment for the refs to gather that and hear that, no chance.
Do you think they should have looked at it?
Well, I don't think that's reviewable.
Is it reviewable?
It's not reviewable because you can't review a timeout call.
How do you feel about
also? Can players call timeout? I don't think players can call timeout.
Yeah, they
can. Coaches.
Players can call timeouts.
Maybe quarterback. Okay, double check that. I thought only coaches could.
But we already talked about the interception that wasn't. How did you feel about the Jeremiah Smith, the OPI they called?
Oh,
because
you got two hands extended.
Well, he barely extended them. Because the guy.
You got two hands on him and extended.
The DB initiated contact first.
As you said, after the Minnesota onside kick, rules are the rules.
No, I know.
Those are the rules.
I'm asking because I don't think the referee saw this. I think, look, hear me out. I think this is why he called the penalty. In the video, you can clearly see the DB initiate contact first. Now, Jeremiah, like when that happens as a DB and wide receiver, that's hand fighting, you're allowed to do that. Jeremiah quickly shoves him off, and I think Buddy got blown back so far. It just the optics of it looked like OPI. I don't think it was an OPI, but I think optically it looked like that. Because I don't know if you know. Do you see like the size difference between him and their corners?
Oh, I do, and I think Smith is good enough that he is going to go back to the tape and work on that. And he won't. That won't happen again. I think he'll be much more. Because I think he's so strong, he'll be way more creative on how he's going to.
Because that OPI killed us. That OPI killed us.
Oh yeah.
Dude. We were at the
field goal position.
We were at the 25. Like at that point, when I saw him catch the ball, I'm like, okay, this is a win. Like we're gonna win this game.
Yeah,
and it's just it just sucks. Like I said, it wasn't that when you have 7 penalties, it's not so much. It's not even the number of penalties. It's about when they happen. When they happen, it's just the most unfortunate times, dude. It's just, but yeah. It was a good game. It was a great game. It was a classic, dude. That was a fun game to watch. I'm not upset that I watched the game. I watched it twice. I watched the highlights twice already. It was a fun game. It was a Big Ten Classic.
It was good. It was.
It'll come on Big Ten Classic or ESPN Classic. So
it will.
There's a
I
lot of
thought,
other good games. Oh, go
yeah, I
ahead. Go
thought Penn
ahead.
State had the win of the day. I thought is based on how hard it's been to travel based off of like the record,
Mm-hmm.
because now I believe it's officially, I think it's 2-10, the record for teams traveling 2+ time zones. I think that's the only
2011. It's
ones.
2011. It's 2011.
Is it 11? Okay, 2-11.
Yeah.
So that means Indiana beat UCLA and Penn State barely coming back and beating USC,
Yeah, that was
and everyone else
impressive.
losing. That was the
Good
win of the
job.
day. I was very impressed by that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait for that game. I think that game's going to be awesome with you guys.
Yeah, yeah. It's
I
it's
can't
gonna be
wait.
it's gonna be a game, dude. It's gonna be a game.
I mean, they lined up their tight end at center. We all saw it. Lined up their tight end
No,
at
I
center.
I have a question. Is it upsetting seeing the way that they get their tight end the ball to compare to like? Do you guys just wish you could just
Well,
scheme all that stuff up for your quarterback
I saw you
or
going
for your
back and
tight
forth with
end?
Jory on this.
Yeah, bro, because listen, Penn State is in a very similar situation. Their wide receiver unit is not that good, so they have to get the ball to someone else.
What? No, Drew Aller's way better than anyone we have. The wide receiver group is. I mean,
No,
they have Julian
I know.
Fleming.
I said their wide receiver group isn't. Well, Julian Fleming Bryce has. Well, he made it one good play this game, but he hasn't
Wow,
been
you've
that
turned
good.
on him already?
I'm not turning him. I think he's a great human being. I think he was a great Buckeye, but he's not. He's not some elite wide receiver.
Wow.
He's never been that. But no, but I'm saying just the way they get their tight end the ball. Like, don't you wish you guys like? Do they not watch
Harrison,
other
we got
people?
way more problems than to go start talking about that. We have let's figure out Jack Tuttle first, and then we can get creative with Colson Loveland.
Yeah, yeah. Any did you man? Well, there was one game of Alabama. I don't fear that. Did you watch Illinois
Defense.
at all?
No, I saw the score at like halftime, and then
Mm-hmm.
so then we lost power last night at the end of that game, the start of your game. So I didn't get to see the end of that.
Mm.
Why?
No, man. No, I mean, they won by 1 point. Purdue put up 49.
They were at home, right?
Yeah, Illinois is at home. So we'll see what that game looks like next week.
I can't wait.
or
I
this week. This week.
This week coming up.
Oh man,
All
that's
right,
a big game for you guys.
this is a big
Wait,
game. We got to figure
one
some things out.
second. Let me see if there's anything else I want to talk about. Oh, yeah, I'm very. Yeah, I think I know who the top 3 teams in the country are. I think we all know. Would you agree?
Yeah, I mean, I'd throw Penn State in there.
Oh, we'll see next. We'll see in 2 weeks. But I have a
Yeah.
question for you. Do I have to slow down yet on my Will Howard Heisman take? Do you think he's playing like one? Or do you think he's just or do you think he's starting to hit the surface?
Like a ceiling, you mean? I think, yeah. I don't know how much more he can
No.
do.
When you break the surface, then you come through, you burst through. Do you think he's
Okay.
getting there?
Yeah, I mean, I think I don't know how much better he will get or can get.
I think it's
So,
impressive to pass like that on Oregon. I was impressed by, like I said, I was impressed by both quarterbacks because that was.
yeah. I don't think he's winning the Heisman, but
Hell no, he
ride
won't.
with it, man. Get the pick in. What are the odds?
I wouldn't put my money on it. I
Put your
wouldn't.
nuts on the table, man.
I can't believe we lost that game though.
I just love to see you Buckeye fans can't handle how to lose. It's beautiful.
Oh, well, you know I do. I've handled this pretty well.
Your video was outrageous yesterday. Also, what are you recording on? A Nokia?
Oh, no, dude, I think my phone was just blurred from
What?
I think that I was holding my phone so tightly, I think it just got foggy. But no, if you watch it though, and if you analyze it, You hear me? Well, yeah, I'm cussing at my television. I'm telling him run the ball towards the middle, call timeout. That's the easiest thing. The easiest thing. And then you hear me scream no 3 times and throw my hat. But notice when I come back into the video, I put my hands in my hip. I take a sip of my long drink. I see that I nodded my head, understood that we lost the game, and came and got my phone. In that moment, I realized that was just a really good game. We lost by 1. I can't. I'm not mad. It's upsetting, but I'm not mad.
Okay. All right. All right. Very good. I got nothing else.
Yeah, Denzel Burke, man.
You've turned on him. You guys have all turned on him.
I'm not turning on him. I'm just saying, take a seat. No, look, this is D1 football, man. This is D1 football, and I don't know why they like I said, he doesn't have to get benched. Just take a seat for a little bit.
Okay.
Coming
All
on the rotation.
Take a break. All right.
Oh man.
I gotta go to bed. I was 0-5 with picks. So
What was I?
did you have Oregon State -3? I think you were 2-5 or 2-3.
So
You
I've
have
taken the
Florida
lead.
by 1.
Oh,
So let's see.
like
Yeah, you had
call me Oregon.
Kentucky -13.5, Oregon State -3, Florida +15. That's a win.
Boom.
Western -9.5. I don't think that hit. And Texas.
Let me see.
-14.5.
Wait. Western -9.5. Is that what I took?
Yeah.
Wait a second. Why can't I see it? I really want to figure this out real quick.
And I do think 0-5 gambling is almost as impressive as 5-0. Think about it. Every bet you're making, assuming that the odds are even, it's a 50-50 toss. So the fact I got 5 wrong is incredibly impressive.
Yeah.
2-3 is honestly the worst record possible. That's the worst.
That's a good way to spin that.
Yeah.
All right, so Western. Yeah, man. Yeah, they didn't cover against Ball State.
We'll be back better than ever, though, with their bets next week. All right. Go. We forgot to add for Dillon. We got to run Dillon Rich's ads before. I always forget. We always get carried away. So if you're Dillon Rich's, if you need insurance in Michigan, talk to Dillon Rich's. You got to remind me next time to run that. All right. Go Blue.
I got you, buddy. I got you. Or you can just edit it in. But